Alright guys, welcome back to X1 TCG. Today we're going over Red Black Sabo from OP13. Uh, Starter decks just came out, and of course Sabo uses nothing from his own starter deck, at least in our top performing lists. This is the Strawhat Sabo build, or as a lot of people call it, Strawbo. That's what I got it named as here in my sim. Let's go over these cards real quick. Pause it if you need to read it, but we're going to go over them pretty quick. First up, we've got Sabo, our leader. If we have 4 or more life cards, give this leader minus 1,000 power. Dawn times 1 if you have a character with a cost of 8 or more. All of your characters and the leader gain plus 1,000 power. All right. First card up, Jewelry Bonnie, top 4 searcher for Egghead or Straw Hat. Next up, we got 1 cost Nami, top 5 for a Straw Hat other than Nami. Next up is Baruch on play. Give up to 2 Rested Dawn cards to your leader or one of your characters. He is a 2 cost, 3,000 power. He is a 2k counter as well. Next up, we've got the 2 cost, 3,000 power Sanji. He is a 2k as well. On play, choose up to one of your Straw Hat type crew characters with 6,000 power or more. During this turn, your opponent may not activate blocker when that character attacks. Next up, we've got our 4 cost, 4,000 power Luffy from OP12. This was meant to go alongside Rayleigh. If you have 2 or more attached Dawn cards on the field, this character gains plus 2,000 power. And then on play, you may reveal 2 event cards from your hand, play up to 1 red character with power of 3,000 or less from your hand, then give it to 1 Rested Dawn card to your leader or one of your characters. Next up, we got our 5 cost, 6,000 power Luffy. He has a rush. When attacking, give your leader or up to one of your characters 1 Rested Dawn card. Sanji is a 5 cost, 3,000 power character. He is from the new ST31 red Luffy starter deck. Dawn times 2, this character gains rush, and then on play, draw 1 card, then play up to 1 character card with a Straw Hat crew type with a cost of 5 or less other than Sanji from your hand. Next up is our next SR from ST31, which is our 7 cost, 9,000 power Luffy. If you have a total of 3 or more given Dawn cards, this character gains rush. And then on play, for every Straw Hat crew type card on the field, give it to one of your opponent's characters minus 1,000 power during this turn. Next up is our 2 cost Zoro blocker. He is also our removal protection for the deck. Currently, he's just sitting at 2. I've been thinking about bumping it to 3, but he's sitting at 2 currently. Great utility, great just little blocker. Next up is Pirate Docking 6. This came out in OP15 for Baruch. This character gains plus 6 cost, just a base static effect. On play, you may trash 3 cards from the top of your deck. Play up to 1 Straw Hat crew type character card with a cost of 2 or less from your trash. Next, we've got all of our events. First up, we've got 3 Bad Manners Kit Course. You may trash 1 card from your hand, get to 1 of your leaders or characters, plus 3,000 power for the battle. Conqueror's Hockey. This is another card from OP12 that was meant for Rayleigh. Give to 1 of your characters or your Silver's Rayleigh plus 2,000 power during this battle. Then you may rest 1 of your Dawn cards. If you did, give all of your opponent's characters and leader minus 1,000 power during this turn. So this is just a 0 cost 2k for all of your characters, but you can also rest a Dawn, give minus 1k to the entire board. Got Time for a counterattack, which is a 1 cost plus 4k if you've got a character with 8,000 power or more. We have a Searcher event. I have a plan. Look at top 4 cards from your deck, reveal up to 1 Straw Hat or Supernova type character. Add it to hand, put the rest at the bottom, just your usual Searcher shenanigans. Next up is Gum Gum Mole Gun or Mole Pistol. Main, give it to 1 of your opponent's characters, minus 5,000 power during the turn. Then, if you have a character with 6,000 power or more, KO up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a power of 2,000 or less. Last up, we have our stage, the Thousand Sunny. On play, it is a top 5 searcher for a Straw Hat crew. And then activate main, rest the stage, give it to 1 of your Luffy cards, up to 1 Rested Dawn. So, the game plan with this deck. What you want to do, we've got a lot of searchers. We need to have 5 specific cards in hand for our combo. We do have 14 searchers in the deck. To begin with, we got 4 Bonnie, 4 Nami, 4 Stage, and 2 I Have a Plan. So our goal is to drop Luffy as fast as possible, reveal those 2 events, play a Sanji. After we play that Sanji Luffy, we can put a Rested at Dawn onto our leader. We play out that Sanji. Sanji draws us a card. Then we can play up to 1 character card with a Straw Hat crew with a cost of 5 or less. The card we want to play is Pirate Docking 6. Pirate Docking 6 is the only card in this deck that activates our leader effect. It's our only character with a cost of 8 or more. So to boost all of our board, we need Pirate Docking. You think it's very hard to get him out there and find him. You're pretty much hard mulliganing for Pirate Docking or most of the pieces to our combo. Like, not even Luffy activates this because it is only 8. Pirate Docking gains that, this character gains plus 6 cost, so he is an 11 cost character. Some people are running the I Have My Crew event, but it is pretty far and few between. It just draws you a card and gives you plus 3. But it's a alright card. But if you're not able to get out our combo, you pretty much just want to drop Pirate Docking as fast as possible. If you don't have Pirate Docking, but you have everything for the combo, dropping Luffy is also a good choice, just so you can be a little bit more aggressive. That's kind of our curve. After that, we are just wanting to chain these Luffys to try and either clear board or end the game. This is a very fast, very aggressive deck. We want to go fast as possible. The standard Revolutionary Army Sabo build is kind of, you want to survive, you want to get big walls, and drag out the game, not necessarily to go to time, but to build up those walls and try and remove their board at the same time. This deck, on the other hand, is, if I cannot beat you this turn, I'm going to kill everything on your board that I can. We've got a lot of counter. We've got a lot of options of removal. We do have power reduction. And we've got a decent amount of rush. As in, let's see, 3, 5, 9 cards. It's not a ton of rush, but it is enough. We also do have our unblockable Sanji, which does help in certain matchups like Enel or Katakuri. Well, that is all of the cards in our deck. There's a couple tech options, but we will go over all those after we go through the games. All right, round 1, red, green, Luffy. We are going to mulligan just because we did not see enough pieces of our hand. All right, that guy did take quite a while to think about it. We are going to play our stage, pull the Luffy. We did get our 2 events and our Luffy, so now we just need Sanji and Pirate Docking, and we will be golden. All right, we're going to search. Nothing, so we're just going to pull the Sanji. We do have a stage, so we'll pull out Pirate Docking. Just going to swing 5, which he should just counter out. This guy is a thinker, so that is just a forewarning. All right, and he counters out. Plays his own Nami. Pulls the 5-cost Sanji. Swing 6 and a 4. We're going to take it. We just got to get down to 3 life. Really thinking about what he wants to do. All right, he's going to play another Nami. Pull the Usopp that restands to Dawn end of turn. He's going to pass. We are going to search again. We are getting greedy. I should have just played Pirate Docking instead, but it is what it is. So we are just going to play the Zoro. and just pass. He's got 2 Dawn up, it's not even worth swinging. Alright, he does play the Sanji, restand 2 Dawn. Leader effect, swing 6 into 4. We're going to take it so we can be at 3. And he's just thinking about what to do next. Alright, he passes, has 4 Dawn up. We are going to use our Searcher event. We do find the Sanji, so we do have all of our pieces. Veiled conquers Hockey, and time for a counterattack. Play out Sanji, give a rest at Dawn. Play Pirate Docking. We are going to pick over the Nami, just so we can play that Nami back out, search again. We are going to play pick time for a counterattack. Put a Dawn on our Luffy, just in case there is some power-based removal. Sometimes you see some weird stuff in these red-green Luffy lists. Does play the Usopp. Swing 6, we are just going to give him the 1k counter. Does play the anti-removal 3-cost Luffy from OP14, which is, never see that in the list anymore. We are just going to play Sleeping Luffy just to apply a little bit more pressure. Give our 4-cost, swing 7, putting the Dawn on our leader. Alright, we're going to swing 7 again. It's got to give us either 2 Dawn or a Dawn and a card out of hand. Does use Charlestone. Alright, we're going to swing 7, see what he does. Does just rest 2. I could have swung 9 with the 4-cost Luffy, which could have forced him to either take a life or take a card, but I do want to have 1 Dawn up for time for a counterattack, because no, he's got a Zoro, and he also has that Luffy in hand. So I just want to be careful, want to keep my cards alive. Does swing 6 into 4 into Sanji. We're going to let that Sanji go. Usually at this point, it's not worth keeping. We do have enough big bodies on the board, especially because if I'm not blocking this turn, I am going to play the Nika Luffy. Swings, we're just going to take it. 9 to 7, I am going to use Bad Manners. Does have one more swing, another 9 into 7. So we'll use that time for a counterattack. Restands, and then we are going to drop the Nika Luffy, drop his Zoro down. Swing 7 into 3. Lets it go. 8 into 5. Again, it's got to give us 2 Dawn, which it does. 8 into 5. Another 2 Dawn. Crazy. Who would have thought? And then we'll just swing 11 into it. He's just going to let it go. I more so want that Usopp gone over the Sanji. Sanji we can just counter out, but Sanji only restands 1 Dawn end of turn, while Usopp will restand 2 Dawn. Plays his own Nika Luffy. Minus 5 to ours. I am going to do Conqueror's Hockey just to give the whole board minus 1,000. Makes it just so he cannot apply as much pressure. He's going to swing 7 into 4. I'm going to give the other Conquerors and then a 2k. At this point, I really just want him wasting swings. Yes, he is at 4 life, but he does have to give 2 Dawn in order to give that Luffy rush, because you need to have a total of 3 or more given Dawn. So I'm going to go pretty low in hand, but he only has 1 Dawn up and has 3 cards in hand, so I can pretty much guarantee that I can clear his board. Which, 7 into 3, he really thinks about it. Lets it go. Perfect. 11 and a 7. I just want to make sure that we can get rid of that Sanji. Would have to give us a Dawn and at least 2 cards out of hand. Let's it go. Now we are thinking, just going to swing 9 and a 9, see if he'll give us that Dawn or something out of hand, which he does give us that Dawn. Then we're going to go 13 and a 9, which he would have to give us either all of his cards or lets it go, which he does let it go. Plays a Nami, another Nika Luffy, which he immediately plays back out. We're just going to start trading swings at this point. I am going to counter out of it just because I know that he wants to get rid of mine, and I'm just going to let it go. Which we did get a pirate docking. We'll play it. The nice thing about having 2 pirate dockings out is we can apply a little bit more pressure because then we can start swinging with one of them instead of just parking one and letting it go. 12 and a 9. Let's see if he counters out of it. Does. It's pretty crazy, so we're just going to start swinging into his life. Let's it go. 9 and a 9. Let's it go. 7 and a 5. Takes the life. We do have a blocker. No cards in hand. But there's not a ton that he can do at this moment in time. Eight and a 7. I'm just going to let him go. I'd rather have my other Luffy or my pirate docking, so we're going to block that swing. Has 3 Dawn up. We've been blessed with the Nika Luffy, so we are going to play it out. Go 8 and a 4. He's got to give us all of his Dawn, which looks like he gives us 2 and 1 card. Go 7 and a 4. 9 and a 7. Let's it go. 10 and a 7. Let's it go. And then I don't want to lose my pirate dockings. I don't know what he has in hand, so we're just going to go another turn. We're in a decent spot. There's not really any way that he can clear our board. Maybe 1 or 2 of our characters, but our board is still safe. Plays a Sanji into a Fishman Luffy. Restands 5 or 4. Swing 6 into our leader. We just let it go. It doesn't matter. And then he plays the Usopp off of all that Dawn. Restands 4. So now we just gotta math it up. We're just going to start swinging 9s just so he's got to give us at least 2 Dawn on every swing. Really thinks about it. Gives us 1 and then a DMG. Go 9 again. Two Dawn. And yep, takes it. All right, next up is Mihawk. Mihawk is going to be very prevalent right now, and it will be even more prevalent next set with all of the green Shanks support. Plays out a Searcher. Deals Can You Be My Samurai, one of the block 1 cards that did not rotate out. Plays Coffin Boat, draws that card. All right, we're gonna play Bonnie, and we're just gonna keep digging. And just like that, we have our full combo. Plays out Kikanojo, which is a good card just because it can restand itself, is great for its leader effect. especially if you don't have Coffin Boat, and it is just a 2K. We're going to take that, obviously. I'm not countering out of a 7 to 4. We want our life to be gone. All right. Luffy, 2 events, show him the Gum Gum and the Searcher. Get everything out. Do the leader effect just in case we can get something good. 3 into the Perona, don't want him restanding or resting. We are going to search. We're going to go for the Nika Luffy. It currently does look kind of rough because I do have 6 cards and none of them have counter. But we're in a good spot. We need 4 life. He has nothing to swing with right now. Plays the Kinemon from the new Zoro starter deck, which lets you rest your Slash Leader or a Dawn and draw 2, trash 1. Trashes a Perona, which means he's probably got up another Perona in hand. Another, you can be my Samurai. And then an 8 and a 5. Yeah, we're just going to let it go. Two into the Kinemon. Most likely going to let it go. I don't know who would counter out of this. He's got a lot of cards in hand, but wouldn't be smart. We are going to play the Sleeping Luffy just to apply a little bit more pressure. 7 into his leader. Takes it. He has a lot of cards in hand. I did do this wrong. I should have given that Dawn to the Sanji for the Sanji to swing 5. And I could have left a Dawn up for time for a counterattack. But we live and we learn. Counters out of that one. We're going to swing 9. Takes it. All right, first Mihawk into Perona. Picks both my Luffys. Coffin Boat. He can finally do his leader effect. Restands 3 Dawn. Swing 4 into 4. Just gonna let it go. Now 8 into my life. Yeah, we'll take it. I've only got a 2K in hand. All right, now we are gonna play Pirate Talking. Play that Nami back out. Search. Take the blocker. Blocker is great in this situation. Just give the Dawn to the Luffy. Just make sure Dawn's not wasted. We do take the 3rd and last Nika. Not a ton we could do here. 9 and a 5. And then since we have another Pirate Talking, we're just swing 8. I should have gone 8-8, but that is okay. But he does give us 2 2Ks. Plays out Law and Beppo. That's why we did not play Nika Luffy that turn before, because as soon as Mihawk gets to 10, he's just dropping Law and Beppo over. Does rest and freeze my Sleeping Luffy. Restands 3 Dawn, resting Kiku. Then he is a 7K leader as well. To myself, I was thinking, why didn't he just rest his Coffin Boat? Maybe swing with Kiku, but doesn't really matter. We are going to counter out to save our Pirate Docking. We're going to let the 6 go. 7. Yeah, I let it go. That's why I should have left a Dawn up. Does have some cards in hand. We are going to just like test some waters here. See if we can clear board. With that many cards, it's pretty scary to go for game at this point. So we'll just see what we can do clear board while we can. Don't want to swing into that Perona just because he can play something else back out. Swing 9 into him. Gonna give us a 2K. He does give us the +4 if you've got so many rested cards. And then I'm contemplating if I want to swing into that prone or not. We are just going to let it go. We've got 3 Dawn up. 1 blocker. We are in a very dangerous place, but we do have Dawn for it. Goes for Pirate Docking this time. Which, I mean, I don't care all too much. Pirate Docking already did his job. Gonna go 11-7. We are going to play Conqueror's Hockey just to get up there, and then we'll give him 2 1s. Seven to 7. We're just going to block this one. And then 6 to 7. Or 7 to 6. Give him the event. Now we play that Nika Luffy, drop it down, start doing our math. And he just concedes. He knows it's done. He's only got 4K in hand. All right, next up is Purple Katakuri. Gonna mulligan just because we didn't see a lot of our pieces. But we are seeing most of what we need to see. See our Pirate Docking, which is fantastic. We just need that Sanji now. So we're going to hope he's just going to swing into us or we draw into it. We'll find the One Piece and then draws the 8-cost cat. Plays the Brûlé Searcher, the new one from the new Katakuri starter deck. Get our Searcher. Pull Nami. Kind of sucks because we have not found anything, so we're just going to swing 5. So we are just going to hope to draw into Sanji, essentially, is our goal, which we don't. He does not swing into us. Gonna play Sleeping Luffy just so we can apply a little bit more pressure. Katakuri is one of those decks that you want to just apply as much pressure as you can before they start dropping their big 8-cost blockers that restand. Want to get him as low in life as he can. Swings 5 into 6, does his leader effect, becomes 6 into 6, so we'll just counter out with the 1. Swings 7, we'll let it go. Just going to play out Pirate Docking, play the Zoro right back out. That's kind of why I blocked with it, just because I knew I can bring it right back out next turn. If we saw Sanji, we would have just done our combo. We could have brought it out, or we were just going to play Pirate Docking 6. 7 to 5, he lets it go. And he is at 10 Dawn, so he's got a lot of options. He's got the 10-cost Big Mom, the 9-cost Big Mom, and then all of the dumb plays that you can do to get 8-cost Katakuri out, which he is going to do the pudding, which is Dawn -2. I think you draw 2 and then play a Big Mom Pirates with 8,000 power. Swing 7 to 5, that's just fine. We want to be less life. 8 to 5, perfect. Let it go. Does restand. We still don't have our combo, which is kind of crazy. So we're just going to start swinging. And start poking, see what we can do. We are going to play Nika Luffy. give him rush, not quite yet, but we just kind of want to get rid of that Katakuri right now, just before it becomes too much of a nuisance. Lets it go on the 3 into 3, and then we're just going to pass. Good job, buddy. He says, oops. I just didn't want to swing with our Nico Luffy just in case the 10 cost Big Mom does get dropped. So you can reduce that power to 0 and then play Mama Ragan, which then can rest it, and then it can be KO'd by anything, and at that point, it's not worth saving. Which he does play the 9 Mom. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm fine. I got my Zoro. Prevent my removal. And then they picked Zoro. Zoro does not protect himself. I had to double check the wording. And oh my god, we finally have Sanji. So first off, we're just going to swing 3 into 2 just to get rid of a body. And then we are going to do our combo on our 10 Dawn turn very late. But honestly, pushing us to heal is a really good play just because then we're not a 6k leader. Did accidentally mess up because I was trying to just play out Zoro and then drew another pirate docking off of the Sanji, which is just that top deck luck. Forget that Sanji and Luffy can only play out red characters. So misplay does sometimes become a good thing. Swing 6 into him. Since we have another pirate docking, we're not as worried to swing with our 1. So we'll go 8 and a 5. Lets it go. 10 and a 5. Takes the hit. He's got a lot of cards in hand. We do have 2 Dawn up. 1 for Conqueror's Hockey and a second one just in case we draw into time for a counterattack. We are going to play the Conqueror's Hockey just to minus everything, force them to swing into that Sanji again. 6 and a 4, we let it go. But it also just kind of reduces swings, like if they were to play the 10 cost Big Mom or play the Katakuri, it just lessens their Dawn usage that they have. Yeah, they can get back to 5 with leader effect, but it just becomes a bit of a pain. Swing 14. We're going to counter out, place the 2 cost Katakuri into the 8 cost, and then another 2 cost Katakuri into the 8 cost. Crazy play using all of that Dawn restands everything. Now, we are just going to start poking. Because I want to get one of those Katakuris rested before I play the Nika Luffy, so I can either do our unblockable, so I want them to take life, or for them to block. So I'm just poking 8s. Really thinking about it. Because either they're going to take the life, or block, give me a 1k. Does leader effect. And then Divine Departure trashes a Mama, which is crazy. I'm going to swing 8 again. If they... Okay, they redirect. Counter out. Perfect. Go 8 into life again. Redirect. They've only got 1 card in hand. It's pretty much over with. Just swing 12 to be sure. And that was game.
All right, so we had a couple good games with RG, Luffy, Mihawk, and Katakuri. There are a couple different variations of this list, but it's mostly in our events. The characters are usually all pretty set in stone, no matter kind of where you look at. The only difference that I am sometimes seeing is people will only run 1 Zoro and 4 Sanji. Personally, I really like the 2 Zoro, and I'm thinking about somehow bumping it up to 3, but I don't want to drop any events, and I don't really want to drop 2Ks, so it'll most likely just stay at 2 currently. The most diversity of what we see are in our events. A lot of people are running 4 Bad Manners Kit Course. Most people are running at least 2 I Have a Plan. Some people are dropping Time for a Counterattack or Conqueror's Hockey for Ground Death, which was meant for Croc, just so you can get around blockers or you can turn off effects if needs be. I'm not running it personally just because I do like my deck being a little bit more consistent. These 2 cards are really only are non-searchable cards. I Have a Plan does fit the bill though because it can search our Straw Hats, and Time for a Counterattack can be searched off of I Have a Plan. Another card that I am seeing a little bit here and there, not a ton, is Gum Gum King Kong Gatling, just because you can boost your leader and then you can boost another one of your characters for 2,000. I don't really like it just because there's not a ton of Dawn versatility in it, but these are just kind of some more odd choices. Another one that I see occasionally is Meteor Strike of Love, which is may add 1 card to your hand up to your leader character gains plus 3,000. This is for if you're being starved, but personally I don't think it's worth it. All the lists that I'm seeing are maybe running it only as a 1, possibly a 2 of. I have talked to quite a lot of people about this deck, but kind of the most popular build right now, I believe, let me double check. This is currently the most popular build on the sim. I've played it more than a couple of times. I just really like Time for a Counterattack. That counter comes up quite a bit. I am thinking about bringing Mole Pistol up to 3, but Conqueror's Hockey and Bad Manners Kit Course usually sits at a total of 6, but this is my current list, and it'll be what I'm going to continue running in the near future. This list has won me a couple locals. I'll show a picture of the most recently right now. Probably even saw it because it's the thumbnail most likely. So yeah, that is Strawhat Sabo or Strawbo. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment, leave a like, and subscribe to X1 TCG. If there is a deck that you want to see next, leave a comment. You guys have a great rest of your day, and we will see y'all later. Goodbye.